everybody, it's Friday and I'm Max Dadlift, and today I am going to show you how a married father of two with a full-time job gets a full workout in before anybody misses them. Normally when I start these I've already got warm-up sets in, but I'm going to show you how I warm up too to, show you that I'm not spending 45 minutes warming up before recording a, 30-minute session. So empty bar, we're going to do squat, overhead press, and the snatch today, so let's get started. We're going to load 135 on the bar for our first warm-up set. And this is just going to be 2 or 3 squats to kind of loosen up my hips and get my body ready to actually do the movement. So we're at 135. Alright, so that felt okay, just had to relax a little bit into the bottom. I'm going to work on doing that for these reps at 225 as well. All right, 315, this is gonna be my first rep where I have a belt on. Today's working weight is gonna be 375. So, might do a rep or two of this after I get my belt on. And then I'm gonna jump up to 405 for one, before coming back down to 375. And the reason I like to do that last heavy rep before my working sets is it's kind of a little cheat. You get your nervous system used to having a heavier weight on your shoulders, and then before you go, by the time you get into your working sets, it feels lighter by comparison. It's kind of like how a cup of room temperature water feels warm after you've had it in ice water. And even on this 405, like, if I squat down with it and it's a little high, it doesn't really matter. Because the point isn't hitting the 405 rep. The point is that it's heavier than what I'm going to be working with. So it's going to create that, that disparity when I actually get 375 on the bar. So that's what we're shooting for with this. That's the goal. That said, I'm still going to try to do a good squat. Just don't get too hung up on it, is the point, I suppose. All right, first set of 5. So I got a tag that's itching me. There we go. Wait, is this only 365? Hold on. It is only 365. I thought that felt easy. All right. Mulligan. Let's try this again. All right, so that's set 1 of 3. The trick to getting the most bang out of your buck, if you have a short timeline and you want to get a good workout in, is going to be heavy weights and compound movements. So squat is perfect for this because you can load it pretty heavily. I mean, that's 375 right there. So I would say, it's a moderate amount of weight. But the squat itself is gonna basically work everything from, your clavicle down. Primarily the way the low bar squat is gonna be a hip dominant movement. So working a lot of my glutes, my hamstrings, but there's also a, opening in the knee angle involved too. So I'm hitting my quads there. On top of the more obvious, lower body musculature, the fact that the, weight is on top of your shoulders and the force you exert against it is below the waist, that means it's gonna, by the very nature of the squat, it's gonna work your midsection, your core, your abs, whatever the hell you wanna call it. Because basically what your core does is it's a way you transfer force from your lower body to your upper body. So you're working that, and really, the musculature of your upper back is contracting isometrically to keep give the barbell a shelf to, be pressed against. Your lower back is holding your spinal erectors are holding your lower back isometrically flexed. So really, it hits damn near your entire body. And the great thing about full body movements like that is they elicit more of a hormonal response than like a curl would do or a leg extension. Because it's a systemic movement, so it has a systemic response. It's not as localized. And also, I'm probably gonna give it 4 or 5 minutes between sets on these because they're heavy. That's where most of the time in this training session is gonna come from, is like the squat. Predominantly the rest periods between my 3 sets. So I'm gonna have a 5-minute rest period here, I'm gonna squat, and I'm gonna have another 5-minute rest period. So like 10 minutes of this, I'm on my ass. But after squats, we're gonna do overhead press. We're gonna do 170 pounds. For 3 sets of 5, I did 165 on Monday, so we're just gonna do 170 today. And then we're gonna do the snatch. I did 140 last week, so let's do 145 and see how that goes. This is just week 3 of me doing the snatch, so those are gonna be done for 5 sets of 3. Explosive movements, it's good to do those for smaller sets because your body's ability to produce an explosive force, it diminishes. You have to rest it. So sets of 5, you'll, rep 4 and 5, they will be less explosive than rep 1 through 3. So in order to make sure that you are maintaining that peak explosivity, just keep those sets short and do more of them. And then of course, in post-prod on this, I'm gonna fast forward through these rest periods. If I'm not talking, I'll fast forward through it, and that is just to save time on the video on your end later, because nobody just wants to watch me breathe here, right? I will put the final timestamp though in the description of the video so that you know how long this actually took me IRL. All right, that's 4 minutes. I'm feeling okay. We'll just we'll jump into set 2. Begrudging myself that extra minute right now. Whew. So, I gotta say, got a little bit of a cold today, and I really didn't want to do this. So I can sympathize. I did not want to lift today. I wanted to skip. Just kind of feeling out of it. Yeah, just didn't want to play. It happens sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you, just making these videos is the fact that, you know, people are watching this sometimes. You are helping to keep me accountable. So I want to say thank you. Because I didn't skip today. But only because I didn't want to let you down. So, I showed my wife that video of me humming Spanish Fly as I was squatting. And her immediate feedback was, and I quote, "I hate that I can hear you breathing throughout the whole thing." I couldn't have asked for better feedback. I love that. But that's what inspired my ASMR video. Those are getting heavy. That first rep, I let the barbell come forward mid-foot. Whew. Kind of burned energy getting that up, which came back to bite me in the ass on rep 4 and 5. Bar path, bar path, bar path. You gotta remember that one. All right, so I got 4 there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay here at 170 and try to get on Monday, which is my next press day. If I fail to get 5 across on Monday as well, I'm gonna switch to triples. So that's the plan for pressing. Especially because I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the benching on Tuesday and Thursday approach. So probably cutting down on the volume on my actual press days will be good because I'm going to be upping the frequency. So still be more volume at the end of the week, just less per session. I'll take my wedding ring off because let's remember, we don't want to do pulls with a wedding ring on. It'll scratch it and bend it. So we're still practicing the movement. First sets are always a little ugly. Last sets are also a little ugly too, just less ugly than the first set. That said, I feel like I'm in the groove quicker today than I have been the past 2 attempts, so maybe I am improving. And that's it, that's all. Woo! All right, let's check that timestamp. So we finished right at 43 minutes. Granted, a little longer than I would like, but still fits in most people's lunch break. Something that you can easily get in, you know, after the kids go to bed. Well, maybe not easily. You gotta prioritize it, but it's better than Netflix. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed today's workout. Hit me up if you have any questions, and make sure you hit that like button. And subscribe. You know, if you're not subscribed already, why not? Just go ahead and take the plunge, man. Anyway, have a great weekend. I love you. Mean it. Bye.